Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. Don't forget to follow me on social media. There are links in the description below the video. Very big thank you to everyone out there who leaves a like on the video. It helps out the algorithm a lot. Welcome back to another edition of Something is Definitely Going On, because otherwise none of this would be happening. If you weren't here 3-4 weeks ago, that sounds about the exact time. 2 months ago, we started hearing from a number of companies that out of nowhere, that Ethereum was the best thing that ever happened to the cryptocurrency market. 2 companies then popped up discussing how they were going to acquire large amounts of Ethereum in a quest to begin making a strategic Ethereum reserve. Got it. The weirdest part about those companies is that their initial acquisitions were hundreds of millions of dollars worth of ETH. We heard about another company 2-3 weeks ago who announced that seemingly out of nowhere, they have over 1 million Ether. These companies are trying to, the goal is, this isn't a dream, an idea. No, they're trying to acquire all remaining Ether that's on crypto exchanges. The amount of Ether on exchanges is dropping rapidly. This is why you might have seen, if you didn't, where were you? If you looked at prices and you saw them moving up, you saw Ether was usually at the forefront of it. It's because out of nowhere, everyone started talking about Ether being the best asset, accumulating large amounts of it. We saw 2 Bitcoin mining companies, announced that they were completely shutting down Bitcoin mining operations and that they were going to exclusively just be buying up Ether. Okay, so when I say that something's going on, it's because these numbers don't make sense. You need confirmation, and you need to hear from, and I dare use the term higher up, someone who knows what's going on. You cannot, as a company, have some kind of conviction like this where you would even deem or think this necessary to be able to go this intense into any kind of asset class. Imagine one day you woke up and you were like, I kind of want to put $100 million into real estate. Where? How? Why? What do you know? What exactly is causing that number? A company, here's where it gets interestinglier, because, a company by the name of 180 Life Sciences Corporation. What do you think 180 Life Sciences Corporation does? They're a biotech company. Yeah, that kind of makes sense with the name. Apparently, 180 Life Sciences Corporation is rebranding to a company called ETHZilla. Like Godzilla? Yeah. 180 Life Sciences Corporation is rebranding as ETHZilla. They announced that they acquired $349 million worth of Ether. They apparently have another $250 million in cash that they have on the side that is being speculated that they are going to also potentially put into Ether as well. They said at ETHZilla, we have put over $350 million in capital to work across the transaction we completed last week and have executed on our strategy to rapidly build a differentiated Ethereum treasury vehicle. Can you tell me what happened to this company that they went from a biotech company called 180 Life Sciences to ETHZilla? I don't know what's going on. I sincerely have no idea what's happening behind the scenes, but this is weird, right? It's not just me. Imagine if Apple, Microsoft was suddenly like, we are Banana Palooza Ether. You're what? ETHZilla is a crazy name. It could have been like Erotheum, ETH Life, ETH Sciences. ETHZilla is absolutely insane. Even more crazier. Yeah, I know. The amount of Ether on crypto exchanges almost looks like nothing at this point. So if you weren't here around the time of the spring, we already heard that the amount of Ether on crypto exchanges hasn't been this low since 2015. Remember what happened in 2015? Ethereum launched in 2015. What the fudge are you talking about? It hasn't been that low since the coin launched. People are now rapidly discussing that this year we are going to see an extreme supply shock. Ooh, this basically would mean that there would be almost nothing left. The liquidity, the coins out there for people, you would almost disappear. This is with the other companies and corporations buying huge amounts of it still. Don't fall for the idea that there would simply be a shock, very little left, and then they go, no more for us. No, they want that dust that's also there as well. Do you want to know what's even crazier? Remember, we were getting, this was last year when we started hearing about this. There are wallet addresses that buy Bitcoin every 24 hours on the dot. Every single time. We were calling some of the wallet addresses Mr. 100, Mr. 800. You can guess why. They were buying 100 Bitcoin, 800 Bitcoin every 24 hours. Out of nowhere, there are single wallet addresses for Ether that are also buying gargantuan amounts of coins. There's one wallet address in 8 days. 8 days. They purchased $1.34 billion worth of Ether. Remember how I said before, the weirdest part is that now we don't know who, we actually have no idea who this, it's called simply Mysterious Wallet. You know how a lot of times I was telling you before, a lot of these companies keep announcing hundreds of millions of dollars. There's a single wallet address that now out of nowhere has 1.34 billion. The fact that that money in some capacity didn't go into the US dollar, into US bonds, real estate, gold, stocks, you name it, any asset class you want to sprinkle on there. This tells me that like people are gearing up for something monumentally terrifying for the actual monetary system that we have right now. And I've said that a couple of times. It's not to scare you. It's just, I mean, guys, can we be completely honest with ourselves? If you've been here in this market, if you've been watching this channel, if you watched my other channel for years, we never had news like this before. There was nothing even remotely close to this. There was the farthest we got of Ether accumulation was the Ethereum Foundation and the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. There was no news of an Ethereum supply shock. What are you talking about? There was no news of a wallet address buying $50 million worth of ETH after we got the Ethereum ETFs. There was no science company calling themselves ETHZilla announcing that they bought more than $250 million worth of ETH. Something's happening. I logically assume, so this might sound a bit crazy, I think the old system is actually done. Really? And I think the people who created said system, who control said system, they know it's also done. And they're basically pivoting very, very fast. There's no reason to do all of this otherwise. You cannot have this much conviction in these coins completely out of nowhere. I understand. I get that we have great economic policies. The US SEC is cool, new laws, we can stake, and they're going to allow ETFs to go through, but this is very different. This is something very weird. What caused multiple companies out of nowhere to announce that they want every single last bit of Ether out of nowhere? What caused BlackRock to get into this space ETF-wise last year? BlackRock is too rich to kind of do anything like, it's Tuesday, should we get some crypto? Let's wait until tomorrow. No, it's all coordinated. But this is rough. This is like actually, I mean, the silver lining is that as long as they continue to accumulate ETH like this, altcoin prices are going to shine into the stars. The other part is that there's going to be no crypto left for like normal people. And I know to some, I've seen the comments. I know some people don't care about other people. But there should be a gigantic red flag that by 2028, there's going to be nothing left for normal people. These people will control all of the crypto economy through these massive acquisitions. Cool. Yeah, that's ETHZilla. Accumulated $300 million worth of Ether and a random wallet address. We don't know who this belongs to, if it's a country, if it's a bank. $1.34 billion worth of Ethereum. It's making a little bit more sense now. The idea of these like $15,000 to $20,000 Ether prices by the end of this year. If there's almost none left, then, you know, that's how supply and demand actually work. Well, I hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all are having a great day, because this is getting crazy. Hope you all are having a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting the channel. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.